Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So basically, in 2026, I've decided that I'm going to completely change career and I'm going to become a self-employed carpenter. And I don't really have any experience of it at all. So it's going to be a pretty new journey for me. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to try and document everything as I go along. I did a video a week or so ago, I'll link it up here, describing all the jobs that I've done in my life. I've done about 20 jobs and they're very varied. So if you want to check that out, click the link in the corner. But today I thought what would be quite funny is, so I am a bit of a dreamer and I'm often known to get a bit carried away with my ideas. So I thought it'd be quite fun to predict how I think being a carpenter is going to look. And then maybe I'll revisit this video in 6 months or so and I'll see if I was accurate or if I was way off the mark. So to start with, I'll just get straight into it. What I'm expecting myself to enjoy the most about it is, well, number one, being my own boss. I think I like the freedom to kind of have the authority to make decisions and decide what direction I want to go in and sort of decide what business to take on and that sort of stuff. I think I'll enjoy that. I'll enjoy charging people what I think I'm worth. So I'm expecting at the start to charge quite a cheap rate because I am brand new at this. And then once I sort of start sharpening my skills a bit more and get a bit more confidence, hopefully I'll be able to charge a lot higher than what I'm on at the moment. So at the moment I'm a gardener, I'm on about £80 a day. I've got 2 kids and a mortgage, so this is one of the reasons why I want to try and become a self-employed carpenter, is because I've heard online, I don't know how true this is, but a fairly standard day rate is about £300. If you're watching this and that's way off, please let me know. But I expect at the start I'll charge maybe £100 a day and then work my way up from there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But that'd be nice. That'd be nice if I can get up to that. I'll enjoy meeting people. I'm quite a big people person. And I think just meeting a diverse range of people and clients and sort of hopefully making them happy, doing the work that they want doing. I think I'll enjoy that. I'll enjoy the variety. So I'm not 100% sure on this, but I imagine there's a lot of woodworking jobs that you can do, carpentry jobs around the house, but also like outside. So I've obviously spent the last 5 years outside being a gardener. I'm really interested in building sheds and pergolas and that sort of stuff, as well as doing doors and skirting boards and flooring. I'm hoping I'll enjoy the variety of the work as well, so it's not just doing one thing every single day. But then it's also the business side of things. So there's variety in running a business as well. It's not just doing the carpentry. What have I got next? Yeah, I'll enjoy the challenge of getting clients. So I think I've got a bit of a marketing background. I've set up a couple of businesses in the past as well. I think I'll quite enjoy sort of going out, doing some leafleting, sort of working out the best magazines to get my adverts in, and maybe some online adverts as well. And I think I'll quite enjoy the challenge of trying to work out what the most money efficient way is to try and bring clients into the business. And the last thing is actually doing this YouTube stuff. I think I'll quite enjoy documenting the journey as I go. I think personally I'll enjoy looking back and hopefully seeing the growth that I produce in the next year or so. But also I've never really built like a community myself, so it'd be really cool if people do start following this channel, to kind of build a community of tradespeople, carpenters, just sort of general DIYers, that sort of stuff, and yeah, just see if we can help each other out along the way, because I'm sure there's lots of people out there that can help me out massively. and then hopefully I can provide some insight as well to maybe some newer people in the industry. So they're the things I'm looking forward to. So now moving on to the things I'm expecting to be maybe a bit tedious, maybe a bit difficult to deal with. I think every job you do, there's going to be sort of this side to the job. I don't think there's anything I don't think there's anything like the perfect job. I think everything comes with its pros and its cons. So I imagine one of the worst things will be chasing payments. So after you've charged after you've charged a client, after you've done the job, you're happy with it, they said they're happy with it, and then giving them the invoice, and maybe after a week or two they've not paid it, having to chase them, hopefully only once, but I imagine there's the odd one where they try and get away with not paying and you just have to keep chasing, and I imagine that'll be something I really hate doing. Another thing I'm quite bad with is when people change their mind. So if we agree on a plan, agree on a price, all of that sort of stuff, and then I get there to do the work and then suddenly they're like, oh, actually I want you to do it this way now instead of that way. Because I think if you guys are like me, you probably plan in your head before doing the job how you're going to do it, and then if you have to change on the day, I think you can adapt. I think humans are very good at adapting, but I imagine that's an annoyance, and that's something that's a bit annoying to deal with. For me personally, I think I'm going to forget tools occasionally, even if it's something like a tape measure or a set of chisels or something like that. I have been known to be a little bit forgetful, and I think especially if I do a job far away, that's going to be a right pain in the arse. But I'm just going to have to be as prepared as I can and sort of set up processes to kind of minimise that. As I'm brand new to this, I guarantee I'm going to make mistakes. I'm probably going to make mistakes that are going to cost me extra money. If I don't know, if I'm doing a door and I mess up, I don't know, cutting the hinges into the door or something like that, it might be so bad that I have to actually replace the door. And then obviously if I'm charging like £100 a day at that point, it could end up costing me my profit for the day. So again, I'm going to try and make processes and be as careful as I can on the job. But I learn by doing, and I learn by making mistakes, so I will make mistakes along the way. I think I'm going to get frustrated with clients trying to knock down my prices. I think I'm a pretty fair person, and I think I'll charge what I think I'm worth. And then I get it. Money's tight and people are hard up and everything, but I think I'm a classic British person, and I find haggling. I get a bit anxious around haggling. So I think I can deal with it. Again, I think it's just going to be a little thing that winds me up a little bit. What else have I got? Paperwork. I'm a bit strange, so I'm quite good at paperwork sometimes, but it does depend on how pressured I feel to do it. If I can sit down and kind of spend some time doing it, and I can sort of put aside a couple of hours of dedicated time to focus on it, I'm absolutely fine. But I imagine doing the YouTube with the kids in the house and setting up a new business and everything, it's the paperwork side of things could be like rush jobs in the evening. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But stuff like expenses and invoices and that sort of stuff, it's potentially something that I won't prioritise just because I know who I am and I know how I work. I get excited with the exciting things, and the things I view as slightly boring, I procrastinate and I put off. What have I got next? So this is something that I'm struggling to work out how carpenters do this. So if, for example, you were doing a job doing the flooring, like putting down a laminate flooring, I imagine what you do is you pre-order the wood to arrive at the site before you get there, or if you've got a big enough van, you put it all in your van maybe. But I imagine sometimes you order some wood and maybe it doesn't turn up on time, and you've sort of booked out, I don't know, 2 days to do a job, and it doesn't arrive on the first day. Then all of a sudden you're rushed, and then you have to put off jobs after that. I imagine that's an issue, and that could be frustrating, especially if you've ordered with enough time to spare. Let me know in the comments if that is an issue. It'd be really interesting to know. And sort of if you prefer ordering wood to site, or if you prefer having a van and trying to fit as much wood as you can in the van as you go there. The next thing I think could take up more time than I expect is doing quotes. So especially if the jobs are further away, I imagine going, let's say you drove 45 minutes, you've done a quote, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, you drove back another 45 minutes, and then you do that 2 times a day. Suddenly you've lost a few hours, 3 or 4 hours, you've lost half a day. And then if you don't win those quotes, then it becomes wasted time. But I guess that's just part of the job, and that's something you have to deal with. And the last thing is, I think, unexpected costs. So I think in any business, costs and problems are going to arise that you can't really plan for. And again, I think when you're self-employed, you're so sensitive to sort of any money hit, especially at the start, that, yeah, I think I'm quite a stingy person as it is. So I think I think anything to do with losing money that I don't have to spend is going to frustrate me. But anyway, so those are my predictions. That's what I'm kind of expecting from this journey, especially in the early days. Let me know in the comments if you're a carpenter, and if I'm fairly accurate with these expectations, or if I'm miles off, a million miles off. It'd be really handy for me to find out now than sort of in a few months' time. And yeah, it'd be great to hear from you, especially about, like I said, about delivering the wood to site. That's something I'm really interested to get to know about. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate your support. This is obviously part of my business model, doing this YouTube stuff, so I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, thanks very much. Hopefully in the future I can provide some value for you, and hopefully you guys can provide some value for me too. Awesome. Right, I'll leave it there, and thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.